Members of the Missouri House wrapped up another week as legislation moves through the political process. The Missouri Committee on Agribusiness discussed a proposal intended to protect Missouri farmers from unwanted surveillance. House Bill 46 creates the Preserving Freedom from Unwarranted Surveillance Act. The legislation prohibits any person, entity, or state agency from using any type of unmanned aircraft to illegally spy on any Missourian and their property. According to the sponsor, the legislation stems from an incident on the Missouri-Iowa border where farmers reported surveillance aircraft spying on their farms.
I think that it's very concerning for a farmer to have to worry about the possibility of their government furthering any type of action that would, in essence, spy on them without their knowledge.
The legislation does include language allowing law enforcement to use drones in certain situations to prevent imminent danger. Following the hearing, no further action was taken on the proposal. The Missouri House put its stamp of approval on legislation restoring and extending several family-friendly tax credits. House Bill 87 restores tax credits benefiting local food pantries and pregnancy resource centers. It also extends a tax credit intended to help single-parent families. Lawmakers approved the bill with little opposition. It now heads to the Senate for consideration. The Missouri House Appropriations Committee on Infrastructure and Job Creation met for the first time to discuss a bonding proposal intended to provide the state with more than $950 million for capital improvement projects. House Joint Resolution 14 aims to fund capital improvement projects for higher education, the state's top mental health facility, and more. According to the sponsor of the constitutional amendment, now is the right time for the state to act.
This is a way to leverage money at an all-time low and then allow the private sector to step in with the project list and address immediate needs.
If approved by the voters, the money generated by the bonds would go into a fund called the Fifth State Building Fund. As the project list for the fund grows, one lawmaker warned supporters to be patient during the process.
We have to be careful not to let the best be the enemy of the good. And because we can't do everything doesn't mean we should not do some things and do them very well.
Following the hearing, no further action was taken on the proposal. Rounding out the week, Tuesday, February 5th marked the 102nd year anniversary of the fire that burned down Missouri's second state capitol. On February 5th, 1911, a lightning bolt struck the Capitol dome, starting a fire which eventually burned the building down. The current Capitol is built from 1913 to 1917 and sits upon the same spot as its predecessor. Reporting from the state capitol, I'm Jonathan Lorenz.